Hi. I'm probably going to make a controversial video, and it's probably going to get me into a lot of hot water. So I'm just going to preface that beforehand, because I don't like hot water. Basically, that's it. Well, that, and I say something, and later, I didn't mean it in another way, it's the wrong inference, and I regret it. Or just generally, I friggin' mumble something out, because I'm a piss poor friggin' vlogger and shit, and that's just friggin'. Or I had my head up my ass at the time, to be honest. That's pretty much it, too. But no, not always. And today's topic is, on that note, is frigging the conservative point of tough luck. I see a lot of my friends, a lot of my liberal friends, they don't seem to understand this, or they don't just care to, but they don't get the point of tough luck. See, they go like, oh, the conservatives, they're evil. They don't want to fund medical care. They don't want to help minorities. They don't want to help women. They hate the gay. They're and a lot of conservatives are like economic and social. Well, I don't know about social so much, but economic really. They're like, well, we want social values. We want economic freedoms. And we don't want to be bound by a collective or a state of society. So we're going to do this. And even though the laws have changed, our real sentiment is tough luck if you don't get what you want. And now my point on this. I have to admit, as much as it embarrasses me, because I am a conservative to progressive person. Yes, conservative doesn't embarrass me. It worries me, but it doesn't embarrass me, to be honest. Progressive embarrasses me. The friggin' fruit fairies of the friggin' Glen embarrass me, to be honest. But when I soft sell liberalism, well, someone soft sells liberalism to me, or at least progressive ideas. See, to me, progressive is the good idea, and liberal is the bad, to be honest. And anything too conservative is just me not seeing a functionality in something, or specifically, tough luck. That's the way I am. I'm Republicus. I'm the villain of this story. Didn't you guys pay attention? I'm a fucking conservative. Fuck this shit. But I don't know what kind of conservative I can call myself, unfortunately. So, I'm stuck down here with you drags. Yes. It's alright. I like it. And the point is that in the world of conservative tough luck, is that I see that I myself am a non-Marxist, because I hate commies, economic progressive, which is kind of hard to be when you want to be a non-Marxist and you realize that you believe in a somewhat authoritarian, statist, somewhat social, even, no, more cultural, progressive economic view. In other words, you believe in an energy economy, you're buying into universal health care, you buy into alternative energy, you buy into animal rights, you buy into futurist stuff. You're frigging, you weary about the watermelon complex, because you love green, but you don't like the red in the middle, you know, and that applies to the Venus Project, the technocracy, and frigging the Green Party. It all sounds green, but when it gets a little pink, it's not good. Really. It worries me. But then again, what's in a name? And that's troubling too. But all this race, gender, orientation, which is a part of sexuality, is bullcrap to worry about. I want a deregulated culture. I don't want laws like this. I want my laws to be in the energy economy, or these regulations, these positive liberties. You know, liberty. Where the hell did liberties come from? Liberties. Who the fuck is a fucking? Wait, it's not right. Wait, who should say? Why are we saying anything other than tough luck and saying liberties? Why isn't it liberty? Liberty, freedom, and justice. Not freaking equality, diversity, inclusion. The hell. Now that's true. I don't want, if I can say this right, a meritocracy society. I don't want a society where it's intellectual Darwinist. And that's funny about the freaking progressives, that they hate the idea of race connected to frigging intelligence. But they have seemingly no problem with, beyond the excluding thing of IQ, they seem to have no problem with meritocracy in an academic sense. Or meritocracy. Well, of course you want somebody who's always smarter. And let's face it, tough luck for me, because I'm dumb as shit. And you know, I used to think friggin' liberals came from the Libertarian Party. Then I found out that was completely wrong. Then I found out it was more right than it was wrong. And I was like, oh. And then I found out all the stupid liberals don't even understand libertarians, because they didn't see the mercantilism before, and that libertarianism was really liberalism. Because everything, human beings always game the system. Always game the system. And that's why things go to shit and they go back to authoritarianism, is because frigging people found a way to game the system and to get the most money, and then it all goes to shit. That's what'll happen with your socialism. It'll go to communism. That'll happen with frigging democracy. It swung. There's like 7 stages of democracy. I forgot how that went. See, I've always hated that, because if I had the friggin' mind I had on Go that I had on Simmer, I would friggin' rack the board with all of you. So you could be lucky that I'm not quite as sharp as I wish I was, because I would be your devil's advocate in frigging hard frigging comments. Trust me on that. Because it's like, it's good, it elates me. Well, eludes me. Wish it elated me. I would tear you apart. But that's alright, because it's not nice. And, you know, everybody's a person. Cha-la-la. And tra-la-la. See, that's why I don't buy tough luck on economic issues. Because even though I'm a isolationist and a protectionist, yes, I am. Because, and why am I? Because I see that you can have an effective energy economy if you have an alternative energy with biofuel that can be used for crops that if I'm getting this all backwards, but that if you have a population that does not that can survive off a area of usable um farmable land can be near scarcity. Near scarcity is like post scarcity, but you'll never really have post scarcity because you always have more people. But do you realize that? No one realizes that. I don't know. Maybe it's just flawed somehow, but I don't see how people don't realize that. That if you have a localized energy grid from solar and wind, either it's stormy and it's blowing, or it's sunny and it's hot, and you could take that down to the individual level or small municipal areas to friggin' galvanize your infrastructure, make it localized for emergency or attack, anti-terrorist attack provisions, anti-terrorist provisions, that with indoor growing, food towers, solar chimneys, things like this, and biofuel, that you could convert all your plastic and organic waste, you could have, with the right population, without a surplus population that would instill a trigger effect if the power went out. Trigger effect is a very important part of this because it only happens when when mechanical farming, you're actually supporting a surplus population that relies upon this need of cheap energy. See, when you have sustainable energy for your population in an alternative energy society, you can have near post scarcity. When you have near post scarcity, you can have a society that can transfer physical capital with a redistribution of wealth by energy or economic or social economic egalitarian ideas from physical capital into social capital. Projects, education, just, retraining, work, anything, beautification, the arts, anything you want. And these things would, small businesses, very important right there. On small entrepreneurship. And these things would attach with benchmarks much, much better than the endless cycle of rise, fall, rise, climb, collapse of these frigging windmill frigging quests of uber progressiveness of the far left that keep coming from academia, like frigging race, gender, and orientation. Why don't we have full sexuality? Why don't we have frigging people who want to make choices between church and state? We can have a better relationship of secular and religious and non-religious. But no, we don't have that. We have this chunky society that clunks along, and liberals who don't understand tough luck, and friggin' conservatives who have no conception of anything but their streamlined idea of conservativeness. You would see these cultural ideas, these cultural gaps, chasms disappear overnight. If we could equate hard economy, I mean hard social capital or fiscal capital into social capital. I mean economic capital into um yeah, capital. Social capital. Right. Okay. And that's it. Right there. And that's why all these things are so stupid. It's so stupid. We could have we could have it all. No, but somebody would learn to game the system. I have to be honest, I'm sitting here complaining about people gaming the system, and sure as not, my little pipe dream freaking utopia. Because if I am a socialist, and I know I'm not, but if I was and I didn't realize it, I sure as hell would not be a scientific socialist. Screw that. Screw the patocracy or whatever. Uh, patriarchacy. You know, uh, if I drank the Kool Aid, I drank the friggin' energy economy Kool Aid. I'm a futurist, and I want the shiny white buildings, and I want the friggin' steam modern friggin' utopia. I want to live in Futureland, basically. I don't know. I see something on YouTube, and it's like some futurist truck, and I'm like, ooh. And other people are going, God, that thing looks like a joke. I'm like, really? Well, what? Why? That's cool. It's true. That's why I just have no patience for all this stuff, because it's like, hey, make the friggin' tomorrow happen. If you build it, it will happen. But the only thing you got to worry about is like new urbanism and stuff like that. Is make it modular, because you want the intermediate zoning. You want people to live in multi-zone, multi-economic spheres, but you don't want to put so much beautification in things and stuff that you got all your money tied into frigging a beautification scheme that's hollow in its center and is dependent upon a fixed design idea, like a big store or a mall. And if the mall fails because the people don't have the economy or the money, and because maybe the mall gets old, or it was designed badly, or it just gets old and friggin' starts being, you know, a big money pit, a resource pit, then you're going to have frigging people who don't have jobs, and you're going to have frigging people who lose opportunity. And the worst thing about someone like me is that people could still have money, and crime and other things could still happen, which just throws everything out the window. I don't even know what to say to that. That's my fatal flaw. You know, that's why I just be standing there like, well, the scarcity's gone. Why are they still doing that? Uh, Take him off the prison and shoot him. No, I don't know. Go away! More step! No, no. Yeah, really. My future, friggin' throw me in the goddamn friggin' recycle friggin' prisons, Yeah. Jump in the recycle bin, you're gone. Silent green. Yeah. Real nice, huh? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna put this online. Do not know why.